Okay. Hey guys. So, I'm a little bit of a late start here. I'm not used to waking up this early usually, so just bear with me here. Hey, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Hope some of you slept. I didn't really sleep too well. Gosh, the color temp is so off on my webcam lately. Yeah, I got the mic situation fixed, but I still have this problem with this stupid Logitech webcam. And the hardware is fine. It's the stupid software drivers. It's just the settings are just completely inconsistent. So I have an SLR. Maybe I'll try to hook it up by the next stream. The problem is everything kind of is happening so quickly with Kingdom versus Kingdom right now. I don't know when I'm gonna have time exactly. I barely got on for this camp thing here, so I think I do need to catch up in the chat. Actually, let me check the map. So they said they would help build overnight, and they did. Yay. Good job, team. So they got to the left camp here. Why the what the, I don't know why they took both bridges. That was unnecessary. This, I'm okay with this flag burning area, sure, whatever. But we definitely didn't need to take both bridges. That's very unnecessary. That's okay. We can just demolish the flags we don't need, as we need more flags out in the other areas, so that's no problem. Okay, so Queen is getting the left camp. I'll go for this one. So I'll just say I'll start with this one. Yeah. If you've never taken camps, it's exactly like not Occupy, that's camps. It's like the same thing as when you take the temples on the normal map. You just put a troop on it once and then you can take it out and it's yours essentially. So yeah. I'll be curious if they complain about any of the layout. Let's see. I wish there was a button. I know developers aren't watching this, but I mean, dude, if anybody watches this and knows developers or anything for this game, like, make a button that just goes right to the top of the chat. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, stupid alarms on my phone. I usually need a bunch because I sleep through them. Yeah. Okay, are they open now? There we go. So you literally just attack one troop. I use speed ups. What a champ. So we can't grab the fortress, so it's literally just these 3 camps, so... Sucks as I did all that scrolling and I didn't even read the freaking chat, dude. Let's try this again. Okay, burning flags, blah blah blah. Dark Nest. His $1 million stats. Yes, he does. Darkness give a lot of honor points. Yeah, I mean everyone doing DNs. Number 2. Okay, so now we're caught up on this. So anyway, once you get the camp, then you can just go to the building, go to garrison info. This shows all the troops that are on here. You just cancel and then you leave it. So that's literally all I have to do is just put 1 troop on it, occupy it, and then leave. So yeah. That's literally all you have to do for camps. Now the only other thing that I can do is, because it's been 6-ish hours, I have enough energy to do more monsters, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now it makes sense to be in a hive when you're in the Imperial Battlefield map. So the reason being, you can get, you know, Dark Nest auto joins when you're offline, and then whenever you're doing Dark Nest, you'll have people around you, and they'll usually set up something you can like help build for points or whatever. So yeah, they have flags going right now. I'm gonna see if I can talk them into a fort, maybe. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a little row of pumpkins right here. A row of pumpkins. You know, that's okay. I was gonna ask if they want to do a fort for flags, but looks like they're doing these individual flags, so I'm okay with it. I'll just make one real quick. Okay. Oh, someone did it already. No problem. Let's see. So I rushed to brew my coffee before the stream, so I'm definitely going to get some of that. Only thing left to do at this point, grind some monsters, get more alchemy stuff. So let me launch heal blue stacks. BlueStacks is so strange with Streamlabs. Alright, there we go. And the reason, of course, is the hotkeys. That's something they really should work on adding to the Google Play emulator, but I could look into seeing if there's some kind of like third-party like mouse clicking add-on or something, because then I could basically do this in Google Play. In fact, I am going to do that. I'm going to make a note to look into that after the stream today. But in the meantime, let me get some going here. Alright, so okay. Little note here. Alright. Got the note taken. I don't think anyone appreciated my nap joke. Yeah. This gets annoying with the monster searching. Because so many people are killing monsters that the search will just like randomly not give you a monster. You gotta keep switching monster types. Getting a little rhythm here. I hate to click 5 things just to attack one monster. You know what I mean? I hate to click so many buttons. It's... Okay. Let me see if I can do... I already started this one. I'll switch back to training because I need these. It's really the only useful thing once you get maxed out. Yeah, I wish the mute button on this microphone and make that chunk sound every time you mute and unmute. It's a little annoying. It's not anything that I hear, but I'm assuming it's gonna annoy everybody else. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna use energy boosts yet. I'm really not looking forward to using all those. That's gonna take hours. Yeah, save blue energy for research. Auto join for darkness. I attacked camp. Yep. Actually built a lot of flags overnight. Alright, I'll switch back to the big client now that I'm out of energy, so I won't exit, I'll just minimize. I gotta hide something on the stream, get rid of that black bar, cool. Yeah, this, there we go. Alright, so what can we do at this point? Well, I guess we'll go through red dots. Chronicles begun. The station chronicles, basically get the camps. Or no, this one is just build fortresses. So it's basically you and 2 other alliances make a fort. Right, that one's pretty easy. This one that's currently going, it'll be going for way too long. It just says your alliance has occupied 1 camp. And then the one at 1 AM tonight will be this Pillar of State, which is for the Kingdom Fortress. So that's all good. Get a couple honor point things. Alright, and then this will add troops. The other thing I'm going to need to do is see if we're building somewhere else, or if we're done building. Oh yeah, so I want to see if there's anything else being built. I think, yeah, there's a flag up here. 24 minutes, they just did 1 troop. Fine. Oh, one thing about the hive that I'll mention, I'll do this one too. Oh, you know, I think they were doing flag exchange too, so I'll help with this. I don't know if I'll get there in a reasonable time. Yeah, it's going to take me 9 minutes to get there, and it's done in 12. I'm not going to do that to save them 2 minutes. So, with the hive, so typically in the beginning, your hive is at the fort, you know, the kingdom fortress, and you're down here. Because you kind of quickly build next to the fort, that way you guarantee your spot next to it. And then everyone just kind of like hangs out near the hive, and then that's where you do all your dark nests and everything else, which I'm gonna renew my auto join now that I'm talking about it. Once zone 2 opens, what happens is this bridge up here will open. And then once you capture that, you get the territory that's above and below here. And usually what'll happen is people will move to either below the bridge or above it, or like inside or outside of the bridge. That way it's easier to get to the resources that are out here in zone 2 and beyond. Which they have, if you didn't know, they have tornadoes because you're not supposed to go there yet. It actually doesn't even let you. And once it opens, the tornadoes disappear. But yeah, so essentially once zone 2 opens, the hive's probably going to move here. What usually kind of happens is some people will stay here because they just don't pay attention. And then some people will go up here. I would just say, as long as there's at least one other person with you, just go to the bridge. I mean, that's typically what I do. The other thing that I kind of like about the bridge is if you have a like a bunch of C40s out here, it kind of intimidates other kingdoms. So that's also why I like to park out here, because people would be like, oh crap, look how many C40s they have. So yeah, it's just a little minor tactic, but something I like to throw in. So yeah, man, I guess I'm just gonna get some resources going. Are people collecting on this? And unfortunately, you can't demolish these. I'm gonna delete this marker. So yeah, all right. So yeah, now I'm just gonna collect resources that are on our territory. So. The farms are, you know, popular ones, so I usually have to get those. But I get points, so it's all good. I'll leave a spot open for auto joins. Alright, so I already have one going. I have 2 going. Yeah, since I have 2 going already, I'll just do another collection here. Okay, get caught up on the chat. I guess that's it for now. I guess there's a little extra content. I'll swap over to that other kingdom so you can see how that group is going. So, it kind of screwed up the camp situation. So they only got 2. Now, they did get the most important 2, so at least they got that. But these other alliances just don't need a camp. It's... no. Like, you can build a fort in the battlefield and like help out and stuff, but you don't need a camp, you know? So it's better to just let the main kingdom get as many stats as possible, you know? The other thing is I don't like the fact that we're taking this bridge instead of this one. Because what I like to see happen is the attacking like battle alliance gets the middle bridge, and then you have defensive alliances take the outside ones, and then they kind of build off and start building like defensive flags like around this way, or if it's this alliance, they build defensive flags this way, and then meanwhile you just have your fighting alliance take the middle bridge, build a sanctuary, castle, bridge. You just build flags out, and then these other 2 alliances are just building defensive stuff. But when you have kind of a bunch of I don't really want to be mean. I'll just say people who don't know the strategy, you'll see crap like this, and even if they did build the right bridges, they probably wouldn't be building defensive flags. Which, if you want to see what those look like real quick. What the heck? Hide that. So, I have that map from last time as an example here. So this is what I mean by defensive flags. So it's a little hard to see the which alliance is doing what because it's all one color. But essentially what happens is this is the middle alliance. They built a bridge out this way to the castle, and then they built another one over to the sanctuary, which is this one. It's kind of hard to see. And then all the rest of this is another alliance. They built these web flag patterns, and what happens is they leave these little gaps, which I think I might have shown. Yeah, so they leave little gaps like this, and so what happens is in order for them to attack here, they would have to touch the territory down here, burn that, and then they can't just immediately, you know, make another flag and like get over. They might have to make like 2 flags because there's this gap, and so you're essentially making it harder for them to burn through your territory because you have these gaps built in. So I mean, if the other alliances aren't building flags like this, then it's probably not going to matter anyway. Like, you know, a rookie's probably just going to like make a bridge like this and think that that's defensive, when it kind of helps because you can teleport to another alliance's territory here, and then you can like start building flags or forts or whatever. But really, having these web flags is what you want. So that's kind of like my point, is like, even if they did get the bridges the right way, they probably wouldn't be building the flags like this defensively. So it's like, I don't know if it really matters. So anyway, that's my long drawn out explanation. So now I'm pretty sure that the alliances on our other kingdom probably aren't going to do it right either. So And I definitely don't want to switch to like help build defensive flags. I might. It might be a good thing to show on the stream, but I don't know. We'll see. Usually I prioritize capturing the objectives. So, yeah. Oh, also I'm going to be mashing the heck out of monster hunting, so there's that. That's the other thing. Check your alliance gifts frequently, because you're gonna hit 300 pretty quickly. So, since they're done building, I'm not gonna actually help build flags because I just don't really want to do a lot on this account. So I would just send something off if it was helpful, but since they don't need it, I'm not gonna do it. So let's go and switch back. Looks like they're prioritizing darkness on this kingdom, or at least in this alliance. I would still go for alchemy just because the rewards are a little better. I think they're trying to do the rank because you can basically go to the I'm kind of like jumping around here, but let's just talk about the ranks real quick. Not the chronicle. So maybe there's a rank section. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So you got your individual contributors, and they're getting points from building / darkness / resources, like whatever. And looks like we're number 3 for honor. Donation is when the Imperial battlefield starts. And we can't kill anybody yet, so this isn't ranked yet. So right now it's literally just honor. Now as a kingdom, we're number 2. Gosh. K5 is a lot more active than I thought. I think it's because they have so many castles, but it's all like T4. So I think what they're trying to do is getting personal honor points to kind of rank up. So that's why they're doing darkness, but I don't think I'd recommend that. We'll be catching up in honor once the Imperial technology starts, for sure. So let's see. I just want to do alchemy real quick because I killed some stuff. I think I'll just leave the 4 just to save clicks. So I got all the water for the day. Yeah, I'm gonna need the training, so and then I'll do 3 of the scrolls. So you can see I'm already like almost done with the rewards that I care about. I mean, that's just with 2 rounds of monster hunting. But I mean, if you're not T5 yet, definitely I would prioritize these books and chains. But yeah. And they tell me to not build the burn flags. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, you know, one thing I didn't really talk about is there's like a convoy event. And you basically, this doesn't matter because I'm not spending money. But there's a some extra objectives. A lot of this stuff happens automatically. Like I didn't even open this once, and I did like a whole bunch of this stuff, like logged in, hunting darkness, collecting resources. I gotta do the tavern recruiting, and this is what the flag thing is about. So yeah, the flag burning that they're talking about is for this thing where it's destroy 5 flags. So yeah, I usually let other people deal with that just because I'm lazy. But if nobody was doing it, I would coordinate it. And it's essentially... Let me do the tavern recruiting thing before I forget. So... Let's do 2. I'm saving these for when the actual event happens. There's usually an event about a week in that's like a typical like holiday event or something like that, and you that's when you want to use all your recruiting stuff to get points for that. So I'm saving all those. Yeah, I was going to show the flags. So yeah, I mean, if I had to coordinate it, then yeah, I'd message another alliance and like, you know, say, hey, where do you want to build the flags? And so they agreed to this point, and so they're, you know, making other flags that the enemy would attack, and then they'd make flags that we attack. And by enemy, I mean other alliance. It's not really an enemy. The way that this was designed is they kind of like want the alliances within the same kingdom to attack each other first and like assert dominance. So then you would like, whoever won that would go out and attack, but nobody battles like that. It's just total waste of resources. It's there in case you have like alliances that just can't work together, I guess. But usually the alliances just work together, and it's like, all right, you get this camp, we get this camp. Let's help trade flags, and so everyone just kind of like just does what they have to do to kind of work it out. And typically, someone else arranges the flag burning, so I never really have to get involved. So I just don't care. These rewards are not super awesome anyway. I mean, I don't understand this contribution. It's like, yeah, basically if you help with the flag burning, your contribution's going to go up pretty much. But I mean, these rewards like construction speed up, I can't even use those. Research speed up, I guess, is helpful. But it's only like, you know, 2 hours. It takes me 3 days to train troops, man. So like, these rewards aren't that great, and even if you spent the $30, like, I'm not gonna do those stupid materials. Holy water's okay. 30 hours. I mean, this needs to be over here. Because 30 hours still isn't that many troops. It's like half of a troop training, you know? So, you know, and the red gems. So these rewards are like okay, but just not worth $30. So basically these default rewards are fucking bullshit. So it's fine. I guess I'll talk about rewards. So there's essentially 2 kinds of rewards you're going to be going for. The first is from the shop, which these are very easy to get coins for, and you get some rolled over from the last Kingdom versus Kingdom, so I already have a bunch of currency. But you get the materials for the the Sanctum set, which if you're free to play is a really good set, except for like 2 pieces. If you're free to play, the Sanctum set's pretty good. It still sucks compared to Sir Arms, but you know, it is what it is. And then unlike Alchemy, these are just one-shot purchases, so like all this holy water, I mean, that's all I'm going to get for the whole event. It's maxed out. That's why I have so many of these things left over, because you just buy everything and you just kind of have extra coins and it's never really an issue. And I mean, pretty much I'm just getting everything except the Sanctum because I don't need those, and I'm not getting Books and Chains because I already have T5. So I literally just have these 4 things to get. And I could build Sanctum just to do it. And that's kind of what I have done. Like, so I'm gonna go and buy this. So now I don't remember how much of these others I have, so I'll just get that. But like, these materials are locked, so you essentially can't get these until your 3rd Kingdom versus Kingdom. So let me see. My lips are dry today. I need to go to Forge Special Equipment and then Sanctum. Okay, so now I can make the ring. I'm pretty sure, yeah, so I have each of the other pieces. So I'll just make this ring. And I'll just do it just so it's done. There we go. So now I have every piece of the Sanctum set. I mean, I wouldn't even build these up too high. Like, I could build them to blue, I suppose, but there's just no reason. So that's why I have coins left over, because there's really just not a whole lot. I mean, well, these are pretty good rewards, but the problem is they don't refresh daily. And so you end up just piling up this like useless currency pretty much. I mean, again, if you're not T5 yet, these are definitely good. But again, the cap is so low that even if you do need those, like, you still have way more coins than you need. So, and the shop, the currency is not an issue, but then the rewards aren't really that great. The real one you want to care about is Imperial Treasures. And this uses a different currency. This currency does not carry over between KvKs. So you pretty much have to get as many as you can and then spend them all before the event's over. Now, these other rewards it works the same way. You know, you buy it once during the event, and then once you buy 20 of this item, for example, you can't get any more. But if you buy any of this, even if you need the Books and Chains, you're wasting the coins. You need to buy as many of these pieces as you can. And these are essentially, I forget what they call them. So let me actually go to because I don't want to call it the proper name. But when you're on this equipment page, there's this little book down here. I guess it's Atlas equipment. I guess that's what I'll call it. But you essentially buy these pieces and you get this like permanent passive bonus. So like with this set, I bought a couple pieces, and then like this Legion HP I just have now. So I bought that piece and now I just have this. I don't have to equip it or anything. I just buy it, activate it, boom, I get that stat. So, you know, I've unlocked 2 of these, 1 of these. Now the reason that these are so spread out like this and I didn't just focus on one set is because you only get like 1 or 2 pieces each Kingdom versus Kingdom, and then you get like 1, maybe 2 pieces during Cross Kingdom War, and so these are really difficult to get. but they're nice because you just buy it and you just have the stats. So that's kind of what I prioritize. The unfortunate thing is how you get the currency. So the only way to get those treasure coins is with these Imperial Battlefield events, or Battlefield Expedition events, which is basically like the kill event / Imperial Expedition that happens normally outside of this event, but it's on the battlefield. And there's kind of two ways you can get kills. I mean, the first way is you, I'll show the map real quick. One way is you actually do flag battles, which I haven't really talked about flag battles, but flag battles are kind of like the main battle that happens. So what'll happen is we'll all have flags out here. The other kingdoms will have flags out here. And when you have your territories touching, you can attack another alliance's flags. So that's why I call them flag battles. And you can't attack somebody that's on their territory unless your territory is touching them, so you get some protection. But yeah, so that's one way is, flag battles. When you have a nap situation like this, we're probably not going to get in too many flag battles. The only person that's probably going to stir up trouble is K15, because I guess they're not in the nap, so that we'll just kind of have to see how that goes. But the problem is you can't control when those battles happen. They might not even happen. Another potential opportunity is battling over these structures. Like, if another kingdom tries to make a move and wants to try to take this sanctuary instead of letting you take it, then you could do like a battle where you're either fighting with the flags or you're like actually battling on the object itself. So that's another way. But again, you can't guarantee that anyone's even gonna like try to make a move on your structures. And you could try to organize a move on their structures. It kind of just depends on who you're playing with and stuff like that, but it's a very unpredictable thing. And then another one is temple battles. If temple battles are going at the same time, I mean, this is like the way I would recommend, because you're gonna have plenty of kills on these things. Even if all you did was like pointlessly attack the kingdom that's winning, like you'll still get the points, so it's worth doing. And doesn't really take any effort to arrange. And so if these battles are happening within that like 2-day period, these are probably the easiest way. And then the last way is you can arrange like kill trades with people. I'll just send out another resource. And so what you would kind of do is you would pick, like, let's say that this kingdom here, which I think is K5, let's say that, we had territory here to this sanctuary and bridge, and maybe this alliance like built stuff out here, and then this alliance built stuff out here, and so you'd have territory that's like pretty close to each other. You don't even have to touch, but it's somewhere pretty close. And then you would just send out camps somewhere, and then you would just like, okay, I'll hit your camps, you hit my camps, and you essentially like trade kills. And that's like the last resort way. Usually it's kind of a risk to not kill trade. Like, if you want to guarantee that you get all the points, then kill trading like early is a good idea. But if there's a temple battle that's happening during that event, I will usually just wait for the temple battle, just because maybe a flag battle will come up, And so, like, I would personally prefer to not have to kill trade. Just because it's like, you know, you have to find somebody, which isn't super easy. Like, you're like hitting up diplomacy boards and like the chat and like all these annoying things just to find somebody to kill trades with. And then, you know, you're like kind of losing troops on something that's not super fun to do. So yeah, I try to do it naturally if possible, but yeah. So anyway, the point is, like, yeah, those coins are hard to get, but the rewards are really damn good. So let me just kind of evaluate the two sets here. So these two sets are random. Sometimes, like, I think when I did my first KvK, I only had one option. So it's like you don't really know what sets are going to be here, and then you have to kind of like figure out which one you want to do. So we have Sanctum Guardian, Dragon Slayer. Now Dragon Slayer I haven't seen yet, so I'll be kind of interested in that. So let's do this Guardian one. Okay, so this is Pikeman, which I don't really care about. You know, if I had to, I would get more pieces, but let's hope that Dragon Slayer has better stats. Oh yeah, Archer, hell yeah, okay. So we are going to be spending as many points as possible. Oh, it's even 7%, sweet, instead of 5. So we're going to be spending as much as we can on this Dragon Slayer set. And I'm going to be, first I'm going to get the Legion attack. Then after that, I'll probably do the Archer attack 8. And the next Archer attack. I don't think I'll get 3 pieces, but I'll at a minimum get 1. And I probably can get 2, but I think that's the most I'm going to be able to get. And that's the other thing that's kind of unfortunate is you look at the rewards. I should have to go to the calendar for. So if you complete all these phases, you basically get 500, 640. This is basically 800 coins, something like that. Now if you rank in like the top something, you know, you can get a little bit extra. But you know, because of the randomness of how much you'll get to fight, like, it's not super easy to get extra kills. I mean, you can get lucky and find people outside of territory and stuff like that, but you know, kills against your own kingdom don't count, so you can't like just kill trade with each other. You can't just kill bots from your kingdom. You're like having to kill people out in zone 2. So finding people in zone 2 outside of territory is probably going to be pretty damn rare. So you're really kind of relying on like temple battles or something, and everybody's going to be getting kills at those. So it's like, you know, how are you supposed to become top 1, for example? But there's possibilities. They're just not super easy. But I mean, so you might, let's say you can like conservatively get like 1,000 coins per event. I mean, then that's only 2 days there. Then there's no coins at all. There are 2 more of these kill events, but the second one doesn't give you treasure coins. It gives you shop coins, which are the useless ones. And then the third gives you these. So you're basically looking at like roughly 2,000 per event. You know, worst case 1,600, best case, you know, 2,000. So then that sounds like a lot. Okay, yeah, 2,000. I should be able to get a bunch of pieces for that, right? Well, there's 600, so you know, you might get 3, maybe 4 pieces. So, and then you'll have some extra coins. They don't roll over. You have to spend them. So then you're like buying this crap. It's a very, very annoying system. But, you know, on the one hand, it's good to have something that's a little more difficult to get and you can't just spend money on. Like, that's a good part about it. The thing I have a problem with is that you only get it for the kill events. Like, that's really what bothers me about it. So, is it a perfect system? No. Could use some improvements, probably, but overall, it's okay. It just is what it is. So, yeah. That's why, like, if you don't have a lot of time for KvK and you can only do some things, and you have to kind of prioritize like what you're gonna do. And I would say number one, kill events. Like, you have to get those treasure coins. Number two, Imperial technology. I'll try to be on at least a little bit before the donations max out so you can get some of those rewards. Those rewards are really good. Then probably alchemy after that. And just everything else after. So, I mean, like, if you have to, like... Oh, of course, the Holy City battle. Make sure you're there for the Holy City battle. So... Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about putting that skin on. You get the skin from the Holy City, so I'm just going to do it now. You get this skin that lasts for 30 days from the Holy City battle. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it now. What I don't remember is if you switch off, if it pauses the timer. No. So once you start it, you have... I thought it was 30 days, but it's like 27 days to use it. And then after that, it just goes away. And you get this from the Holy City battle. So if nothing else, it's nice because you get that extra passive stat, even if you're not wearing it. So yeah, it's... I think most people turn it on just so they could be like in the spirit of KvK or whatever, you know. So yeah. I think that's all I can talk about for right now. Somehow I got an hour content out of just capturing camps, so I guess that's a good thing. Thanks for watching. Just no one who's watching live, that's no problem. Again, I didn't advertise the stream. This is like kind of a good practice run for me. So yeah, if you watched, I appreciate it. You know, leave comments. You know, let me know what you liked, what you don't. And, you know, if you have questions at all, hit me up in game for sure. I also have my Discord on the channel, like, about page, so you can find me on Discord. But yeah, I hope that you're playing this event and you're having fun. And I'll just talk to you next time. I'm an idiot. I forgot something. Forgot to mention the next stream is going to be the Kingdom Fortress, which is at 1 AM. So I'll schedule that out. I wish I could pick the color. So I'll schedule out the, you know, next stream. You'll capture the Kingdom Fortress and then do the dreaded Imperial technology grind. So yeah, now I'll see you next time.